Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie and I had this mani in my head that I thought I would just do for fun. So I'm super excited to get into it today. So these are two dips that I'm using from Glam Co. The first one on the right is Bubble Yum, and this is such a fun one because it's got circle glitters and it's got foils, and wait till you see it. And I am pairing it with Nixie Scales, and this is from her 2-in-1 dip line. And if you haven't seen them, these are the most amazing dips. So 2-in-1, they can be dipped, they can also be chromed, but they're not just like any chromable shimmer. These are so unique and they're like so velvety, and they almost look like chrome just dipped. I mean, they are unreal. Just wait till you see them. I'm going to jump straight into my dipping process, starting with Nixie Scales, and as you can see off to my left, I'm also using my Glam Co dip liquids, which are some of my favorites. Now look at Nixie Scales. Look at how gorgeous it is. I just cannot get over it. So this is from the Mermaid Scales collection that released maybe a few months ago, I think sometime in the summertime, and every dip in this collection is equally as amazing. Just wait till you see what it looks like in one dip. These are all like 1-coat coverage. Of course, I always do 2 coats, but you could get away with 1 if that's all you wanted to do. And they are just so beautiful. They've kind of got like that color shift to them too. So depending on like how the light hits them, they're just so unique. I mean, look at that. I think I could stare at this dip all day long. There's just something really mesmerizing about the shimmers in here. So Nixie Scales is going to go on my ring finger, pinky, and thumb, and then I'll get into Bubble Yum, and I want to show you my process for that because it does have glitters in it and has foils in it. So if you struggle with that, I want to show you my process for that, but I'm going to go ahead and let you just watch me finish dipping out Nixie Scales. I went ahead and did a second layer of Nixie Scales off camera, and that's just because I did a second layer for me because I wanted a little bit of thickness, but I had so much coverage with the first layer, I don't feel like it provided any additional coverage, so I didn't think it provided value to leave it in the video. So now I'm getting into Bubble Yum. I haven't capped anything in clear, and Bubble Yum is this beautiful blue color, and it has the circle glitters, it has the foils, but I still do it like I do a chunky glitter. So for my first layer, I applied my dip base and then I poured over, and that's because I don't want my nails to be too chunky, so I don't want to pick up many of the larger glitter pieces. The foils are thinner, so that's okay. So you can see I got a larger piece of thin foil on my index finger, and that's fine. So I'm going to leave that as is, but I just don't want a lot of the glitter pieces. But this is more of a not a glitter, it's more of like a sporadic glitter just for like some design. So that's what I like about this, and I like the larger foil pieces as well. I think they just have like a unique look to them when it's like larger pieces of foil rather than like little pieces everywhere. So I'm just making sure, you know, I'm pressing it down, making sure everything's sticking down. If anything's sticking up, I may remove it, but I just want to make sure everything is down. So for my second layer, I went ahead and poured my entire jar into my Chaos Gemerald from Chaos Concepts. And for my second layer, I'm going to apply my dip base, and then I'm going to flip my hand upside down and I'm going to lay my finger flat in it. So this is the layer that I want to make sure that I'm picking up more of the glitters and more of the foils, and then I can do a little bit of placement afterwards if I want a little bit more, because you can see like that foil piece is just sticking up. It's not sticking very well, it's just sticking to the very end of my nail, so I might as well just remove it because it's not going to really stick to my nail. I just want to make sure that while my dip base is still wet, that I'm cleaning up my nails as much as possible. So I'm removing any pieces that I don't want to stick, and for any pieces that I do want to stick, I want to make sure that I'm pressing that down, because that helps in your filing process and it makes it easier. If something's sticking up, you could risk filing through it, and if it's a glitter, you could file off the color and then see the silver. So you just want to make sure everything is pressed down as flat as possible, and that'll make your life easier when it comes to filing. I decided I wanted a little bit more color on my Bubble Yum nails, but I don't want to do a full third dip just to get more coverage. So I'm going to do some glitter placement instead. So I applied a layer of dip base to my entire nail, and I took the sharp end of my orange wood stick and I dipped it in the wet dip base, because that's going to help me pick up my individual pieces. And then I'm going in the dip powder and I'm picking up either glitters or foils, whatever I feel like. And then I'm just kind of placing it randomly on the nail wherever I feel like I want to add a little bit more color, or where I feel like it's a little bit bare. That's kind of where I'll place it. And I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but I absolutely love circle glitters. I don't know what it is, but I just think they are so happy and just so fun. There's just something really different about them. So I love that these have the circle glitter pieces, and they're all different colors. So it's got pink and blue and white, as well as it has the silver foil pieces, and it's the larger foil pieces. So I don't know, this dip is just so unique and I had so much fun with it. I'm going to go ahead and cap everything in clear, but that's really because I'm a creature of habit. But I have to say, for these Mermaid scale dips, so for Nixie Scales, they apply so smoothly that I actually don't need to cap them in clear, because they really don't require any filing or buffing, just because they apply so beautifully. But like I said, I'm a creature of habit. I just felt like I had to, even though I really didn't have to. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'm going to cap everything in clear, activate, file, and buff off camera, and then I'll be back for a dip top coat. Here's how it's looking after I finish filing and buffing. So now I'm going to get into my dip top coat. So in order for your dip top coat to dry, it does need activator. So I'm applying one final layer of activator to all my nails. It's just really one thin layer to my nails. And then once I've got the activator on, I'm going to let the activator dry for a full 2 minutes before I go in with my dip top coat. You want to make sure your activator is dry, or else you could risk contaminating your dip top coat and hardening your brush, which you don't want to do. So getting into my dip top coat for the Vivid Glam Co dip system, it is called Gloss. For my first layer, I'm going to apply it in 2 to 3 really quick swipes on each nail. And after each nail, I am wiping my brush on a lint-free wipe just in case there's any excess activator on there. So I'm going to continue on with all 5 nails. And once I finish with my 5th nail, I'm ready to go in with my second layer of dip top coat. And you do need 2 layers of dip top coat in order for it to be shiny. Because your first layer, it's going to look a little dull and a little wrinkly. For my second layer, I'm going to go in, I'm going to be a little more careful. I want to make sure that everything is fully covered because you don't want to do more than 2 layers of your top coat. I want to make sure I'm also capping my free edge. And then once I finish with my second layer of dip top coat, it dries fairly quickly. So within like 2 to 3 minutes, it's fully dry. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles, and because this mani is pink and blue, it kind of gave me a little bit of cotton candy vibes, even though I know they're not pastel colors. But anyway, I decided to use my Scales of a Mermaid cuticle oil. This is in the scent Catch Me at the Fair, which is of course cotton candy scented. So I thought it would be really fun to pair because you know how I like to match my cuticle oil to my manis. And here we are with the finished look. What do you think? I think this is just such a fun mani, and I just wanted to do a mani for fun because I feel like normally I'm doing a mani that's either seasonal or something for a holiday, but I just wanted to do this because I've had bubble yum for a while now and I have been dying to use it, and of course any excuse to use my 2-in-1 dips just because look at the shimmer and look at the beauty of these dips. I feel like they almost look chromed without being chromed, but they look equally as amazing chromed if you do actually chrome them. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.